Tell me again, what you doing?
I'm an attorney.
God. Man, you're a good-looking attorney, yeah? They don't come like that. It's crazy how you look good and like, man.
Chest, Mr. Chest, Mr. Chest, Mr. Chest, bear it all, Mr. Necky, who always has to show everything. Do you know what? Can I be honest? I actually liked him on the episode. I'm not gonna lie to you. I liked him on the episode. It was just one point where he was talking. He liked Venetia, and he was liking a bit. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. I did like him on the show because he was talking. He was actually having conversation with women, and so I did have a bit more of a liking towards him. You know, Stacey was out here trying to rub man's chest. She needs to calm down.
I'm going to talk with that sis. She needs to stop. She's doing too much.
Since it's your boy, you talk about this one then.
So you know, he was my front runner. I like him for various reasons. Now, the Elvis look is not for me. Like, he's dressing up like he's going for Grease. Like, the button down to your shirt, down to your pants doesn't really work. But there are other things about him that are endearing. One, he definitely is easy on the eyes. That's a good one. But I think what gives him some depth and character is the fact that he's been through something. He lost his wife to cancer, so he now has younger children. So he's looking for something more solid, something more authentic. He's not looking for some kind of floozy. I hate to use that term, but I can't think of anything else right now. He's not looking for something to play with. He actually looks like he might be looking for something serious. And he's just, this New Orleans twang is very nice to listen to. Hey, baby, and that kind of stuff. That can make anybody smile. So I like him. The only thing is this button. Like, okay, sir, I know you go to the gym, but you can button up your shirt sometimes. You can wear a really nice suit. It'll make your shoulders look good. You can see the V cut. I don't have to see the chest itself. So that's the one thing I'm going to request for him to do. Otherwise, he can do no harm right now. And I like the way he was kind of, cozying up to, is her name Venetia or something? Like, he appreciated certain things. Yes, she's definitely an attractive woman, but he also went on to say other things about her. Yeah, the fact that the experiences she had. So he's looking for something in a woman other than just her physical, the casing or the physicality of it. So I like him still. So week 2, I'm still liking him. That's all I have to say.
Who else is Team Joel?
Me.
Who was that?
Me too. Baby. I was like, okay. I was feeling some type of way when y'all wasn't feeling him. I was like, how?
No one was always feeling him. Hey, baby, what?
So I understand it was for TV that he was showing all his body pictures. I can't hate, because I said, Lord knows he's not going to give me no banging body, because I be out here just ridiculous. So he was like, I want her to know Jesus, and I want her to do X, Y, Z. So God knows who to give a body to, but Joe, you blessed, bro. Oh, okay. So enough about the body. We was hating on him because he was just shirtless. But again, we all know that we would take some clothes off of our bodies with banging. Let's just go there. Drop it in the comments.
Baby.
But yeah, he got. Let's just be real. I'm woke now. So Joe, I like Joe because he just seemed down to earth, and I can't see him with 2 kids, a boy and a girl, a daughter, and playing around. He just seemed like he's, the homeboy. And like I said, he said, you heard me. I was like, I just melted. So Joel is a favorite of mine. Like I said, I seen on the clip where he was going to have some issues, but I think he's a genuinely good guy. He's into Vernisha. He basically locked it down because Vernisha came there with class with that little dress on. She had a little cleavage showing, but she still came. And he, went with her. But yeah, Team Joe, Lola, who else on this panel is Team Joe? And he just, I just don't see him playing the women, and he has children, bringing that woman around his children if he's not serious. It's Christian. No, people, I can't see that. They lost their mother. Kojo, come on now.
It's because you can't see it. That's why it starts. That's how they get you.
You said that last week when I said I was Team Joe, but listen. Team Joe, you hear that, Joe? We love you on Little Black Book. Don't pay Kojo.
I co-signed that message. I co-signed that, Joe. I co-signed that one. This message.
Yeah, Joe, come on. Yo, you can wake me up when you're ready to do this interview. I'm ready.
Lola, I'm with you, sis.
You know the worst. You know the worst. All right. I hear you. Regina, you were saying you were Team Joe as well. What made you Team Joe?
Oh Lord. Well, the accent for one. Accent, baby.
That's it.
The accent, for one. Let's start there. I wasn't mad at those clips of him working out. I was mad last week, and I was like, you know what? He was sharing his story, and I was like, you know what? You can just run that clip a couple more times. It's okay. I'll take it. We can just run it for the whole hour. I'll be fine. No, I liked him. I like that he know how to work the room. I like that he seemed like he was really trying to get to know the women. And at first I was like, he's playing around, but I saw that he was really trying to just figure out what he liked. I love him and Bernicia together. I love their chemistry right off the bat. And like Lola said, I think although he was looking at the physical, which Bernicia is really curvy, he saw other things in her. I think he saw the motherly vibe in her too. And I think he's not just looking for himself, he's looking for a mom for his children. So, you know, he was looking deeper than just, oh, this woman looks nice. So, and I like that he's self-aware too, because remember, he said, I'm motor mouth. I can't have nobody else that's talking crazy, talking that much. I know I talk a lot. So that tells me that he's self-aware and he's just fine and he can just say, baby, over and over again. I'll be fine with that. But I'm Team Joel for now. So he shows me otherwise.
I hear you.
Say that, hey, baby, one more time. Please. Just one more time.
Baby.
I love it.
Yo, that's on a par with Shanae's impression of Ryan, boy. Yes, Adra, what you saying? You Team Joel as well?
I'm not. He is pulling me a little bit because last week I was really on him. Like, I was really on him, and I said some things that I had to pray about because I'm thinking like, okay, why are you wearing a towel and you've gone through this tragedy? And I think I was a bit judgmental with that. But I think this week when I saw his clip and he was talking about, that was a journey that I had to go on. It was a hard one and I've done my work. So I realized, okay, he must have gone through his grieving process and he's done that work. But I am still a little bit like the jury's still out with him being ready for love. Now, I think he's ready for a woman to come into his house and take care of his kids. And that gives me Kalfani vibes. But like, I don't know if he's ready for love. Like, I think he really I feel like he has this energy of him like, I just need to play the field a little tiny bit more. Like, he just has this urge to just play a little bit more. I don't think he's quite ready, but I feel like he feels he doesn't have a choice. I think that's where he's stuck. I feel like he feels he doesn't have a choice. He feels that he needs a mother for the children because they are 8 and they're growing. So he probably wants a woman figure in the house. But the way that his pictures and his shirt and his chest keep like popping out, like it just gives me like, I just need a
We can fix that. We can buy him some shirts like Haley. We can fix that.
No, you're not understanding. The chest is peeking out because he wants to there's a little part of him that wants to be an F-boy for just a little tiny bit more before he settles down. Like, there's a little part of him. But the fact that he has this responsibility that no one else can actually take away from him, his children, he's forced to have to be this stand-up guy to be able to choose, because he wants a quality woman for his kids, of course. And a quality woman is not going to choose someone who's just halfway, like, so he's packaged himself. I'm not saying he's not a decent man. Okay, I'm not. But I'm saying he's one leg in, one leg out. And I don't even think he knows his one leg is out. Like, he's like, ugh. Because why would you be wearing a towel? Which, like, I literally, if I peeked a little harder, I would have seen something I wasn't supposed to see. Like, I would have seen a curly hair, something that I was not supposed to see with those towels. Not only did he take those pictures, why would you present that picture for that to be shown on the TV show? You probably had a whole bunch of pictures. Why did you choose that? Because they didn't come to your house and raid your house and got the pictures. You gave them the pictures. And you really thought, yeah, this one's going to do it. You had a towel on and nothing else, and you picked the towel up a little tiny bit. What were you trying to do there?
Show God's blessings.
God's blessing to who? To who?
Lola, come on now.
I got to the rod of Moses.
So if we're just talking about women having a little clash, keep a little bit, closed doors, like behind the closed doors, a little bit of mystery. Then that means that the lady that you're going for, Bernicia, the V lady who had it classy and had it closed up, you're not evenly yoked. You're not evenly yoked. And this is how men get in trouble, right? Because you have the desire to have a good woman in your home. So you're going to put this facade or this representation of yourself that you want a good woman. You do get the good woman. You take them home, but you're not satisfied because that's not really what you want. That's not really what you want.
That's the truth right there.
It's not. You want someone who's good. You want someone who also has that same vibe of, I'm going to put a towel on and show the world and Lola what I'm working with. That's what you want. You want someone with a fly vibe, like someone who's a little bit, but because of your kids, you're going to want to you're going to want to paint a wholesome picture so you can get a wholesome woman, but you yourself are not wholesome. And that's where he's going to get into trouble. And that's why some other woman will be able to tempt him. Because the woman he's with is not really the woman he wants to be with.
But I mean,
that's where I'm not sold on him.
Venetia's body is not a joke, though. I mean, that body.
It's not necessarily about the body. If she has the mentality of, I'm going to cover it up a bit, then that's not, because he's not the type to cover it up. He doesn't cover, so that's not what attracts him. He likes the one who puts it all out. But he knows that's not going to be good for his kids. So he's going to want to bring the one who covers it up home. But guess what? He's going to be staring at everybody else who shows it out. And he's going to be prone to cheat. I'm sorry.
I mean,
okay,
I
so
kind
he
of
shouldn't
agree.
expose himself. I agree. That's the only problem. And when I speak with him, I'll tell him just to come.
Every single time, Lola. Every single time he exposes himself. Every time.
Twice, sis, it's twice. Give him a second.
It's not twice.
Let's wait till next week.
He had the shirtless thing on where he was pulling his skin to show his tattoo. He was working out with the dumbbells in front of his house, in front of his whole house and his neighborhood, with no shirt on. Why?
I'm going to give him till next week and I'll talk with him. Nobody can be perfect. Something's wrong.
That's true.
We'll see how it goes. But you're not lying. Joe, I'm being facetious right now. That's a good point, but let's see how the whole package unfolds.
Let's see, yeah. Okay. I hear that.
Hey, baby.
Baby.
When Regina does it, where? Max, talk to me, man. What are you saying?
I think Maria was going to share some thoughts first.
Oh, sorry. Maria, apologies. I missed the schedule. My bad. Sorry. Apologies. Thank you, Max.
It's okay. So Lola, I see you over there cheating on Jacob. So if you have to choose between if you have to choose between Jacob and Joe, who you choosing? Choosing? I just want to know.
You want to
choose Joe? Jacob is taken.
She was gonna choose Joel anyway, okay? She went in for Joel. She had to convince herself for Jacob, but Joel got it. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I think I see the cleavage thing a little bit differently than you ladies. I feel like, Kojo talked about this earlier, like, where do you draw your confidence from? And I think that his body, his physique, he knows he got a good body. And I think that's where he's drawing his confidence from. And that's what he's leading with. He knows that if he leads with, the body, that, that will at least attract women to him. And then that'll give him the in to then get to know the woman and, all this type of stuff. So I think that that's where he's drawing his confidence from, and he's using that in this, game playing scenario to get at the woman he wants. And I feel as though I don't know enough about him and his personality. When they showed him on screen, I feel like I didn't see enough. I need to see more of him to really make a lot of assumptions and determinations and stuff like that. But I just think that, I think I just need to see how he reacts. But yeah, he's not my type, like, even though he looks the way he looks, like the accent, the New Orleans accent is always gonna be sexy. I ain't even gonna lie. Like
It is.
I could just listen to a podcast with like somebody with a New Orleans accent, and I just be like, yes, ASMR, right? but like other than that, I don't know. I'm not really. This is why I need to see more of him on camera. There's nothing that really attracts me to him. I need to see more of his personality. Like, how does he really act? You know, what is his character like? I need to see more of that. So I'm not Team Joel yet. You know what I'm saying? There's still room for growth there, but
I'll pick you up next week, sis.
No, he is a vibe. I'm not gonna lie. He's a good-looking lad, and I think you made a good point there about, you know, drawing from, you know, where his source of confidence from. His body is that source of confidence for him, I'm guessing, as well. So, you know, we saw that because Stacey was the first thing she saw was she started touching up on the chest. Where I do also agree with Adwa is that he gonna cheat, because he gonna cheat. Yeah, if he chooses Venetia, he'll cheat. Because what he's doing is he's not fulfilling the whole criteria of what he wants. He's fulfilling part of the criteria. And that is a problem also, because he's never going to be satisfied. I'm not satisfied. I don't know. But he's not going to be satisfied, right? Because he's choosing Venetia, who has the motherly instinct. Yes, she got a body, oddy. But, you know, does she carry that actual source that makes you want to, you know what I'm saying, respond? I don't know if she does. Because once he starts meeting these other women who also, listen, Kara's got a body, but she's got the energy too. It's like, and it depends obviously how the show goes, because you know how they cop block dates, so you know how they be anyway. They might cop block him and Venetia's date the way it's going, right? We see at the very end that they do somehow have some talk towards the end. Someone said, leave my boyfriend alone. But, you know, I think he may, if he's not being, the question is whether he's being true to himself. And that will show in the next few weeks. Are you truly being true to yourself when you are choosing someone like Venetia? Not because she's not a good-looking woman, not because she's not. She's a very pretty woman, very good-looking woman, voluptuous, intelligent woman. She looks like. So it's not that, but does she carry the energy? You know what I mean? Like when you meet somebody who's just got that confidence the way you want it, is it going to be enough for you, or are you just choosing her because you know she got great motherly instincts? And that's where the trouble comes in, you know what I mean? All right, Max, I see you open your mic a little bit. Yeah, go for it.
So this is the thing. So last week you asked me who's my top. It was Joel. He's now removed from that space. And the reason being is I appreciated him last week because he was this family man. He seemed committed, you know, a bit of life experience. I was like, okay, great. But you guys did identify, you know, his chest is always out, and I was like, okay, allow him, but you know, it is too much. But that's not what I want to touch on. What I want to touch on is this: his wife passed away because of cancer, and anyone who's familiar with cancer, it is a gradual thing. And so they only had the 90-day diagnosis of stage 4, and so she would have continued to unfortunately get worse in her health, right? And so I believe that when he says he's grieved his wife, I believe that he has, but I think that he's now ready for a mother person to come in, a motherly figure, but not for a wife. Because what we haven't spoken about is that he might have healed emotionally, but sexually his needs may have not been met for a while. Because if his wife was ill from that 90 days onwards, it's unlikely he would have been able to be intimate with her. And then after she's passed away, he's now grieving, still not intimate. And I don't know if he's been intimate since. And so I think he's leading with sexiness because that's his first need. Once that is met, he'll be ready for a wife. He'll be ready for a mother and a wife in one. But until his sexual needs are met, he's only ready for a mother. That's all he's ready for right now. So Venetia, I think that would be a great match. But sis, not now, please, not now. But yeah, I think he's got the substance, but I think the healing has to be holistic. And I just don't think sexually he's been able to do what he might need to do. Okay. After we take that in, I put in the comment, can y'all give my boy Joe credit for that turtleneck? Come on now. He didn't have a shirt on once.